All Valleys, AM 1230, KXO Centro, California. Morning, Gene.
Good morning.
You appear to be a bit damp this morning.
Yeah, a little fog, huh?
Okay. Were you trying to track down that itsy-bitsy spider?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And let's see. Rain, go away, come again some other day.
Another day.
Yeah, you remember that one too.
I do.
Okay.
Most of the anti-rain songs I remember.
Okay.
As a official sworn desert rat.
Okay, dokie. Well, of course, it never rains in Southern California.
It's not supposed to. That's for sure.
And snow forecast for the mountains above 5,000 feet.
Yeah. So that would be, Julian probably might get dusted.
Well, we'll wait and see. We have listeners in Julian. Maybe they'll let us know.
Well, I know we do. Yeah, have listeners up there, and they might come outside, thaw it a little bit, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Give us a holler and say, "Yep, you're right. We got a little snow here."
Okay. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. It is Zoo Lovers Day. Okay.
Zoo lovers.
Yeah. Now, I have an idea to help people, persuade people to stay home during the coronavirus pandemic. Maybe zoos should release some lions and tigers to roam the streets.
That would clean things up a little bit, I think.
It might.
Maybe a little too much.
Yes. Today is Feng Shui Day. Feng Shui. And I can interpret this from the Chinese. Feng Shui is Chinese for idiots who like to move furniture around a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great translation.
Yes. Well, anyway, so what else is going on? Not a thing, right?
Yeah, it's hump day.
Okay.
We made it.
We've got a visit with Mayor Efrain Silva coming up.
Yeah, City El Centro Mayor. We got that visit this morning. We'll talk about face coverings.
Yeah.
In light of the coronavirus.
And we can tell you that several brush fires, of course, the big one over the weekend, that rekindled last evening for a while.
Yep, that's what I heard.
And also a brush fire in the south end of the valley, and one in the area of Crookshank and Dogwood Road. The big one up by Nyland yesterday was Fish and Wildlife had a controlled burn, and it got uncontrolled.
Uncontrolled.
Yes. And also a haystack fire, Crookshank and Dogwood. That was another controlled burn that wasn't really controlled.
Yeah. Yes. Well, after this weather, that should dampen things a little.
I think it might help put out some of the fires. Okay, we got birthdays. Are you ready?
Yeah. There's no smell like a fire from alfalfa or straw. And I don't mean that in a good way either.
Okay.
It stinks like a wet dog.
Well, for years, my father-in-law managed was mill manager at United Alfalfa there by Dogwood and Wake. And, I got used to the smell of alfalfa. Okay, comedian Shecky Green is 94. Original Mouseketeer Darlene Gillespie, 79. Peggy Lennon of the Lennon Sisters, 79. Actor Stuart Pankin is 74. He's another one. You may not recognize the name, but you know the face in a heartbeat. Guitarist Steve Howe, he is with Yes, also part of Asia, 73. Mel Shackern of Grand Funk Railroad is 69. And actor-singer John Schneider, 60. And guitarist Izzy Stradlin of Guns N' Roses, 58. Singer Julian Lennon, 57. John's little boy.
Yeah, no kidding. 57.
Actor Dean Norris is 57. Actress Robin Wright, 54. Actress Patricia Arquette, 52. Actor J.R. Bourne is 50. Actress Emma Caulfield is 47. Actress Katie Sackhoff is 40. Actor Taylor Kitsch is 39. Actor Taron Noah Smith. He was on Home Improvement, and I don't believe he's done a thing since.
Yeah, I never watched that show.
He is 36.
Couldn't tell you.
You never caught Tim the Tool Man?
No.
Okay.
I left TV about, now it's been 30-plus years.
Okay.
Sitcom TV and in situational comedy and all of that, it makes me yawn.
Most of it is not funny at all.
No.
Actress Sadie Calvano is 23. How about some local birthdays? We have our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Alan Lee, Nick Rodriguez, Bethany Rubino, Michael Post, Carmelo Ruiz, Nick Verdugo, Maria Rodriguez, Cesar Garcia, E.J. Patton, Monica Hernandez, Andy Montiel, Dave Murray Sr., Doug Newland, Jack Terrazas, Juan Fernandez, Kiri Pope, Rosario Santoyo, Francisco Calderon, Olga Salgado, and Cristina Martinez. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, His Royal Highness Jack Terrazas has a birthday today. Maybe we should bow and curtsy.
I think Jack would prefer over curtsy.
Okay.
I don't think he's a curtsy kind of guy.
No, Francis would be.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got news, like you said, visit with the mayor coming up.
Okay, and social distance.
Yes.
Yes. It's World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News update. New York City's hospitalization rate is going down, as is the need for ventilators. Sort of.
We've seen actually much fewer needed than we expected. Now, to be clear, we still need more.
Mayor Bill de Blasio says some of the numbers are alarming, though, with African Americans, Latinos, and Asians accounting for nearly 3/4 of the city's 4,009 deaths.
That's a blatant inequality, and we don't accept it, meaning we have to fight in new ways. We have to come up with new strategies to address what is now a documented disparity.
New federal guidelines for essential workers are coming soon. Dr. Deborah Birx appeared on CBS this morning.
If you're in a work situation where you have to be, there'll be a series of recommendations that if you had a significant exposure, what specifically to do, and if you've had a less exposure, what to do.
And those guidelines include keeping 6 feet away from others. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The COVID-19 curve is bending, according to Governor Gavin Newsom, who is urging Californians to keep practicing safety guidelines.
We are bigger than anything we face. And so I know the fear and anxiety we all have, but let us have faith. Faith conquers all. And know that this will pass.
Number of cases in the state climbing to more than 17,000. In Los Angeles, a rising death toll.
We have 22 deaths, unfortunately, to report today in Los Angeles County. Our second highest number.
Mayor Eric Garcetti announcing that starting tomorrow, employees and customers of essential businesses there will be required to wear protective face coverings. In Northern California, a hospital is testing an experimental drug that could be used to treat infected patients. St. Joseph in Eureka has been approved to join 2 national clinical trials of the antiviral drug remdesivir to treat moderate and severe cases of COVID-19. More rain in Southern California today, continuing into tomorrow. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialist.
O'Reilly. This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The game is about to start. Get your face out your phone.
Just a minute. I'm completing the 2020 census.
Why do you care?
Listen, the census will impact how and where public funds will flow in our communities each year. If we're counted, we'll get better funding for our schools, even affordable housing.
Wow. Well, I'm going to complete the census now.
All right, then. Let's take a shot.
Complete the census online, by phone, or by mail. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
El Centro City Council met last night. Here is a visit with the mayor of El Centro, Efrain Silva.
The council first recognized Ms. Diane Caldwell for her retirement as our city clerk after 38 years of outstanding services to the city of El Centro. Presentations were made to the council by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation and the Small Business Development Center on the scope of services provided to El Centro businesses, as well as new services and programs available to businesses affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The council also approved a general plan amendment and change of zone from commercial to multifamily residential for a property located along Barbara Worth Drive near La Brucherie. Upon development, this property will increase the city's apartment inventory. The council also approved the one-year action plan for the Community Development Block Grant Program. These funds will provide for the improvement of city parks, code enforcement, and nonprofit organizations that provide services to our youth and our seniors. The council also took some actions related to the impact of the coronavirus pandemic in our community. The council approved the resolution extending the enforcement of anti-gouging provisions prohibiting local businesses from unfair and unreasonable increase in prices. The council also approved the extension of the closure of city facilities through at least May 6th as a mechanism to help reduce the spread of the coronavirus in our community. The council also agreed to continue having coronavirus updates in open forums. The city has conducted 3 coronavirus information meetings, including one conducted primarily in Spanish. These meetings are live streamed and are accessible to all the residents. These special meetings will continue on Friday, April 17th, and will allow our residents to hear directly from our hospital, public safety, county, and city officials, as well as the ability for our residents to ask questions directly to health and city officials. We urge our residents to continue to adhere to the recommendations of public health officials, including social distancing, stay home as much as possible, wash your hands often, and avoid crowds of people. We also want to thank and recognize our many community heroes, including essential stores that have made the necessary operational adjustments to protect our employees and customers, as well as having special senior hours. To our hospital workers and medical staff who are enduring personal and professional sacrifices every day to treat all patients at our hospital. To our first responders and city staff who report to work every day to ensure that all city services continue uninterrupted. And finally, to our residents, with your help and sacrifices, this shall pass and we shall become a better and stronger community because of it. This is a brief summary of the actions taken by the El Centro City Council last night. A copy of the full council agenda is available through our city clerk's office.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price guaranteed. See your Quick Lane Service Advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Continuing with more local news, face coverings now recommended in Imperial County. Here's more on that story.
The change was prompted by new information. Imperial County Public Health says in light of new data about how COVID-19 spreads, officials are now supporting the Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommendation that a cloth face covering be worn whenever people are in a community setting. County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday says it is extremely important to emphasize that individuals who choose to wear face coverings should continue to maintain social distancing and practicing preventative measures like frequent hand washing to protect themselves and others from COVID-19. To be effective, a face covering should be used along with all other preventative measures already in place. The cloth covering should cover the nose and the mouth. It's recommended the covering be cloth, such as a handkerchief, not N95 or surgical masks. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Yes, Quick Lane has windshield wipers. I warned you the last time it rained, you better replace them. Yeah, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
At Dr. Azingue Family Medicine, 2026 Imperial Avenue, Suite D in El Centro. You'll find distinctive, compassionate care for the family, 5 years and up. Dr. Azingue Family Medicine provides one stop for the whole family. Senior care, women's care, pap smears, hormonal health replacement therapy, suboxone treatment, and more. We take most insurance. Affordable cash rates available too. Call to make an appointment at 760-693-5372. That's 760-693-5372. Dr. Azingue Family Medicine. Optimal care for the whole family. 2026 Imperial Avenue, Suite D in El Centro.
It's page 2 of the local news and a look at weather, all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
While the Imperial County Public Health Department cannot release personal information about individuals who have tested positive for the coronavirus, they can provide some numbers. As of Monday night, 68 people in Imperial County have tested positive for the virus. Of the 68, 45.5% are female, while 54.5% are male. Of the 68 positive so far, 6 are between the age of 0 and 17, 33 between 18 and 49, 18 are between 50 and 64, and 11 are over 65 years of age. To date, 10 people have been declared recovered from the virus and are no longer undergoing treatment. Specific information as to city of residence, place of employment, or personal information will not be released by the health department. Business affected by the pandemic. George Gale has some additional information for you.
There is assistance available. It's the Imperial Valley Business Recovery Task Force formed by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. The task force has been established to offer business resources during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. They are offering small business financing options, application assistance, counseling, and support services, local and federal resource database. You could learn more by going to ivedc.com/COVID-19/. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Crews from multiple fire departments battled a brush fire north of Nyland. According to the Imperial County Fire Department, the blaze started as a controlled burn by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife on Tuesday morning, but jumped their containment lines. A third alarm was issued by Imperial County Fire as the fire spread and threatened several structures. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, a slow-moving storm system is affecting the Imperial and Yuma valleys today, bringing widespread rain and isolated thunderstorms. Cooler temperatures settle into the region for Thursday and Friday, with the Imperial and Yuma valleys dropping down to about 70 degrees. Friday will also bring another chance for showers and possibly a few thunderstorms. The storm system finally exits the region on Saturday, with temperatures warming to just below normal readings by Sunday. 77 the high yesterday, 58 our low. Wind gusts peaked at 29 miles an hour. Showers today with thunderstorms also possible after 11 a.m. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain. Look for a high near 68. West-southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 49. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers before 11 p.m. Thursday, increasing clouds with a high near 69. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers. 52 degrees downtown, 87% relative humidity, wind out of the west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Right now, no waiting at any of the border crossings downtown at the Eastport or at Andrade. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
It's sports time, and it is brought to you by Marcus Family Law Center. Marcus Family Law handles family law and related matters at barefootlawyer.com. In the NBA, well, Kevin Garnett dismisses talks that the Timberwolves might retire his number. Yeah, Garnett says he's not going to forgive team owner Glenn Taylor after an acrimonious split in 2016. Yeah, Garnett said, Glenn knows where I'm at. I'm not entertaining it. First of all, it's not genuine. Two, he's getting pressure from a lot of fans and I guess the community. And Glenn and I had an understanding before. And that understanding, well, it's done. NFL news, Jadeveon Clowney is on the move. The Seahawks are looking at options as their star pass rusher remains unsigned. And Seattle, they're not going to continue to chase him. Meanwhile, Steelers general manager Kevin Colbert proposes 3 more rounds for the 2020 NFL draft. Colbert's proposal is in response to the challenges NFL teams are facing due to the coronavirus pandemic.
Marcus Family Law Center.
Are you facing the challenge of divorce, child custody, spousal and child support, or other family issues that require legal assistance? The expert team of certified family law specialists at the Marcus Family Law Center is ready to help you, just as we've been doing for over 40 years.
Family to family, Marcus Family Law Center. Call 866-SAY-PUT or log on to barefootlawyer.com.
Well, more news in the NFL. Edmonton Oilers center Colby Cave, actually, this is NHL, suffered a brain bleed last night. He's in a medically induced coma. And, real NFL news. We've got great postseason NFL games on AM 1230. Tomorrow night, Green Bay versus Arizona, the 2009 wild card game. Coming on Monday evening, it's Kansas City and San Francisco in Super Bowl 54. Other games, well, how about Super Bowl 4, the Giants and the New England Patriots? Yeah, or Super Bowl 1, Green Bay and Kansas City. Hey, we've got great games, great postseason NFL games on AM 1230 KXO Thursday nights and Monday nights starting tomorrow on AM 1230. That's it for our look at sports time. Brought to you this morning by Marcus Family Law Center. Marcus Family Law. They handle law, family law, and related matters at barefootlawyer.com.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and weather brought to you this morning by H&R Block. Get your taxes done right. Visit the nearest H&R Block today. Well, U.S. stocks are seeing tentative gains today, a day after the Dow and S&P 500 staged their biggest reversals since the 2008 financial crisis. Investors are struggling to gauge the economic outlook during the COVID-19 pandemic. Investors may gather clues from today's release of minutes from the Federal Reserve's meeting in March. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average up about 250 points at 22,890. S&P 500 up 28 points at 2688. The NASDAQ at 7970. That's up about 86 points. And gold up $3.30 an ounce. Oil up 78 cents a barrel. The White House's plans for reopening the U.S. economy and an account of the Fed's emergency actions taken last month may be the biggest focus for investors today as markets face a holiday-shortened week of trade. Marathon Oil Company shares were up 3.9% after it announced a further cut to this year's capital expenditures budget. Spirit Aerosystems Holdings is taking a series of measures to cut costs after Boeing suspended all deliveries to its Washington State and South Carolina facilities until further notice. And U.S. oil prices headed higher, with the price of a barrel of West Texas Intermediate crude for May delivery up about 63 cents a barrel.
This is what most people's heart rate sounds like when they're getting their taxes done. And this is what it sounds like when you file at H&R Block. Because they've got upfront transparent pricing, so you'll know the price before you begin. And that is my stomach demanding tacos. Upfront transparent pricing. Just another way it's better with Block.
This tax season, go easy on yourself and let H&R Block prepare your taxes for you. Visit any H&R Block location here in the Imperial Valley, Yuma, San Luis, or Blythe.
Expect showers today, with thunderstorms also possible after 11 a.m. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain. Look for a high near 68, west-southwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. New rainfall amounts between a quarter and a half inch are possible. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 49. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers before 11 p.m. Thursday, increasing clouds with a high near 69. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers. 52 degrees downtown, 87% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by H&R Block with locations throughout the Imperial Valley.
Communities are starting to feel the financial impact of COVID-19, but we want you to know that there is help. We have disability insurance for workers exposed to or ill with COVID-19, paid family leave for those caring for an ill or quarantined family member, and unemployment insurance for reduced hours or lost work. We're all in this together. For more information, visit covid19.ca.gov.
We are KXO, El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. In northern New Jersey, the government's forming new principles for the American workplace in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic.
The guidelines are expected to address how workers can return under the safest circumstances. White House Response Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx.
If you're in a work situation where you have to be, there'll be a series of recommendations that if you had a significant exposure, of what specifically to do, and if you've had a less exposure, what to do.
The new guidelines will reportedly urge those who've been exposed to remain home from work for 2 weeks and only return with a mask if they've remained symptom-free. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
It's hard to say when things might get back to work, back to normal, that is, for all workers. Yesterday was the deadliest day yet in the U.S., with around 2,000 virus fatalities. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says there have been some hopeful indicators.
In the last few days, we've actually seen fewer ventilators needed than were projected. And that's very, very important.
In the Chicago area, CBS's Adriana Diaz tells us there's a lawsuit after the deaths of 2 workers at the same Walmart store.
Walmart responded to the wrongful death suit, saying it's taking the issue seriously and will respond in court once it receives a complaint. Now, it's not known if the employees contracted the virus while working here at this store. But of course, any essential employees faced increased exposure just by leaving their homes and being around others.
Democratic congressional leaders say they will back the Trump administration's request for another $250 billion in aid for small businesses, but they also want work on a broader virus relief measure. In Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began, there was some celebrating today as a 76-day lockdown was lifted. Asia correspondent Ramy Inocencio.
Epidemiologists warn of a potential second wave of infections if health guidelines are relaxed too much. Right now, Chinese citizens have to download an app that helps verify their health, letting them travel freely.
A federal appeals court says Texas can ban most abortions during this pandemic. Under an order that limits non-essential surgeries, state court decisions in Ohio and Oklahoma allowed abortions to continue in those states. The music world is paying tribute to a virus victim.
I was at a family, but they up and left me.
73-year-old singer-songwriter John Prine fought off cancer twice but died yesterday. He was hospitalized with COVID-19 last month. Rolling Stone says he combined a literary genius with a common touch. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 338 points. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Under the Hood, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Car dealerships are testing contactless kiosks for customers. Here's auto expert Jeff Gilbert.
Ford Retail Strategy Manager Noah Miller says they're just looking to speed up the experience for customers, not to eliminate service representatives.
That's a critical role, and it's a really important piece of the process.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Easter can really spring up on you, can't it? Well, no worries. Walgreens is here for you this holiday. We make it easy to shop and save so that you can build the perfect Easter baskets with all their favorites. Save big on everything Easter, like buy one, get one half off select Easter baskets, toys, and gifts. Easter's on its way, whether you're ready or not. So head to Walgreens to get all their Easter treats in one quick hop. Offer valid with card through April 11th. Restrictions apply.
In New York, hard hit by the pandemic, what many of us would consider to be old-fashioned is new again and much needed.
Matt Maroney owns Westchester Milk. He's been providing doorstep deliveries of milk, eggs, and other staples for more than 2 decades. Up until a few weeks ago, he delivered mostly to schools and daycares. Then they all closed.
Then the home delivery side, that picked up probably doubled.
Margaret Scarcella has been a customer of Westchester Milk for 10 years. Now, with coronavirus spreading, those deliveries are more important than ever.
The less I'm around a crowded bunch of people, the healthier I am and my family is.
Delivering milk and a bit of certainty in uncertain times. In Westchester County, Nick Calloway, CBS News.
Republican Senator Rand Paul says he's recovered from the coronavirus, and he's volunteering now at a hospital in his hometown, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Balance of Nature, changing the world, one life at a time.
Yeah, I really enjoy the product completely. It's really been very, very good for my hair and my skin. A little bit more energy and just most of the time being able to fight off, the sicknesses too. I have not been sick since I have started it.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
To get the latest news on the coronavirus, watch Newsmax TV and make sure you vote in Newsmax's national poll asking Americans if they support President Trump's handling of the crisis. You can vote in Newsmax's national poll and show your support for President Trump. On your phone, just text the word BOOK to 39747. That's BOOK to 39747. 39747. Let Congress and the media know your opinion and tune into Newsmax TV, America's
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hi, so I have this stain and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.